Don't tell you twice. I'm real discreet. A thief in the night. Yeah. If I call you boo, I know it's crazy. I know it's true. I know it's fire. I'll tell you twice. I'm real discreet. A thief in the night. Thief in the night. If I call you boo, I know it's crazy. I know it's true. I know it's fire. I'll tell you twice. I'm real discreet. A thief in the night.
All these people always lying about something. Sorry, I'm so fly, so what? All these people always lying about something. Sorry, I said that. Yeah. Swear the fame ain't changed shit, but who mine?
All right, YouTube. What's the big old deal, man? It's y'all favorite hood partner, Big Nina Boy, and we back with some troubling news, man. Hey, look, man. We got a report on Big U today, man. Big U's constitutional rights have been violated. They are trying to starve Big U out. They're not trying to give him the food that he actually eat due to religious reasons. I believe Big U actually uses a CPAP machine to go to sleep. And for those who have sleep apnea and all that stuff, if you don't have that machine, you know, you can actually lose your life. You wake up gasping for air, choking. It's critical that he actually get a CPAP machine. They have officially put him in a SHU program. You know what I'm saying? So I believe he's in a cell by himself. They're withholding his paperwork so he can study his defense. They doing all type of stuff to Big U. Now, mind you, I know we didn't talk about Big U for a minute, man, but I want to say this, right? He's innocent until proven guilty. Despite what we think, whatever the evidence is, that's not up for us to play judge and jury. But I definitely want to say this for all the YNs, to the ONs. It's a price for this life, man. You know, a lot of y'all, y'all got big dreams to be like the top dog in your community. But it's temporary. You see what I'm saying? Nobody lasts forever at the top, especially in the streets, bro. I don't know no rich millionaires that just sitting in the hood and can't get touched. You know what I'm saying? It's a price for this life, man. That's why I said, at some point you got to decide for yourself who you want to be. You know what I'm saying? Because at some point, what you gonna do when you 65 years old? When you 70? You see what I'm saying? The hood ain't finna come celebrate you every year. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't no top dog like that, you gotta make them choices, man. You gotta make them hard choices, man. And understand this, man. It's 2026, man. We're not taking no more L's, man. We just taking lessons. We catching lessons, man. That's all we doing. We learning lessons and we disconnecting when it's disrespect. And when we focusing, man. So let's get into this content. Yeah, man, it looks like Big U, man, his constitutional rights is being violated. And yeah, we're gonna get to it. Active Chucks, let's go.
Since I'm gonna be doing some reading today, but for my brother, man, so that y'all know what's going on, let me make sure y'all can see this, man, because nobody got this motion. Nobody got this paperwork. If anybody want to react to it, please hit me on DM me on Instagram or email me at activechucks@gmail.com and I'll get you the paperwork. The motion was sent today. He asked that I sent the letter for him to the judge, you know what I'm saying, on this Sunday, and I'm going to do that. So, defendant Eugene Henley Jr., submission of letter and declaration regarding conditions of confinement and their impact on his ability to participate in defense preparation. So, dear Honorable Fernando L. Rocha, District Judge, I respectfully submit this letter and enclosed declaration for the court's awareness regarding conditions that have both existed and newly developed during my pretrial detention at NBCLA and the ways in which those conditions have affected my ability to review discovery, communicate with counsel, and meaningfully participate in the preparation of my defense in this case. It is important to me that the court understand that I am not filing a motion and I am not requesting a continuance or additional delay in these proceedings. In fact, absent being granted bond, I will always assert my speedy trial rights. The purpose of this submission is to provide the court with an accurate record of my circumstances, including events that occurred after my original detention hearing, and to explain how those conditions affect my ability to exercise my constitutional rights while my case is pending. The enclosed declaration describes in detail my placement in administrative detention, the seizure and non-return of my legal materials and discovery USB, limitations on discovery access, interruptions in medical accommodations, continuing legal mail issues, the investigative hold on my trust account, and the failure to carry out a prior court order relating to the death of my son while I have been in custody. I have also described the steps I have taken to raise these issues internally and through institutional channels. My intention in submitting this letter is that I'm asking that the court be aware of these developments and the impact they are having on my ability to participate in my defense, and that the court consider any relief or guidance it finds appropriate, aside from continuing trial. I reaffirm that I am not asking the court to delay the case. I am trying to move forward and to participate meaningfully, but under the conditions described in the declaration, I do not have a realistic ability to do so absent intervention. This court
They're trying to they trying to shortstop his case, his defense. How they doing him is inhumane, bro. At the end of the day, he should have his just due in court like anybody else, homie. I don't care how you cut that, whatever his allegations is. That's why we have a court of law. You see what I'm saying? That's why we have constitutional rights, and he's entitled to it despite whatever crime he committed. And what they're doing is, see, this tells me that they might not got everything. You see what I'm saying? A lot of this stuff, the allegations might have been just a smoke and mirror. You see what I'm saying? Because in hindsight, don't get it twisted. It's not what you can say, it's what you can prove. Can you prove that he did all of this? Whether he actually did it or not, the way our judicial system works, you have to prove it. A lot of stuff and allegations just be hearsay. Now, it's been court cases back in the day where, a witness could just come and point you out and you can get caught up like that. You see what I'm saying? But in his situation, yeah, they're going to have to come with some rock solid evidence. They trying to shortstop him. They trying to put a hangman on him. You see what I'm saying? Whoever wherever prosecutor that's trying this case, they're a rainmaker. They just getting started. These are the antics I believe they just starting to pull off. Let's go.
Court deems necessary. If the court believes a hearing, clarification, or further submission from counsel is appropriate, I will, of course, defer to the court's discretion or directions. Thank you for your time and consideration. Respectfully submitted, Eugene Henley Jr., defendant, dated 1/4/2026. Now here goes the declaration of Big U, Eugene Henley Jr., right? Salute, V-Dog. I see you just came in, homie. Salute. What happened with Corrupt, man? Corrupt dealing with some health issues right now, man. You know what I'm saying? And ain't nobody said nothing, but I just wanted to pray on him. When he comes out and make it public, then he can make it public exactly what kind of health issues. You know what I'm saying? All I want y'all to do is pray over him, man. Pray for him, pray for his family, his daughters, his kids. You know what I'm saying? Let's go. So, I am the defendant in the above captioned case and am currently detained at MDCLA. I have been in continuous federal pretrial custody since March 2025. I submit this declaration to advise the court that conditions of my confinement and events that have occurred while I have been detained are materially interfering with my ability to communicate with counsel, review discovery, and meaningfully participate in the preparation of my defense in this complex multi-defendant RICO case. My purpose is to give the court a clear and accurate record of what is actually happening to me in custody and how it affects my rights and my ability to defend this case. I also want to make it clear at the outset that I am not asking for a continuance of trial, and I do not seek additional delay. The problems I described do not arise from a lack of time. They arise from conditions and restrictions that prevent me from preparing at all, no matter how much time is added. While this letter is directed to the Honorable Fernando Rocha, District Judge, and directly for me, it was simultaneously provided to the U.S. Attorney's Office, the U.S. Marshal Service, and to MDCLA. Y'all, oh yeah, I gotta show y'all that now. So just so y'all know, he ain't bluffing, and they know he not bluffing, right? So we're gonna go ahead and show y'all this real quick. Boom. And you'll see my email. Made sure that I sent this off for my brother, man. You know what I'm saying? It's a messed up situation when you're in there. A lot of people forget about you. They forget about all the favors and things that you've done. So there goes the FLA Chambers, the judge, Gina McCabe, Kevin Butler, the U.S. Attorney, and the U.S. Marshals who run MDCLA, right? I think it's one more. Let me see. And then there goes the actual letter that I'm reading right now. The Henley 2026 letter. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm gonna always help my brother, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm my brother's keeper for real. I hope that y'all the same type of people, and that's one of the reasons that y'all over here. Let's get back to the letter. So let me see. Can y'all see it? Okay, yeah, y'all can see it. Okay.
Yeah, we can see it.
Okay, cool. So so background. I have now been detained for approximately 9 months as of January 2026. From the beginning, I have wanted to move my case forward. I have not asked the court to slow the case down. I have consistently told my attorneys that I want to see the evidence, understand the discovery, and assist in preparing my defense. This case involves very large volumes of discovery, including historical materials, recordings, and records that span years and involve many people. Much of the discovery is subject to a protective order, which means I can only see it under tightly controlled conditions in the presence of my defense team. In a case like this, it is essential that I have regular and reliable access to discovery, that I am allowed to keep and review my legal papers, and that I can communicate with my lawyers in a focused way over time. Instead, the opposite has happened. The murder of my son and failure to follow the court order. As this court is aware, while I have been detained in this case, my son was murdered. Losing my child while I am in custody has been among the most challenging experiences of my life. In connection with my son's passing, the court issued an order related to my ability to have contact or participation. Despite that order, I was not permitted the contact or participation that the court intended. the order was not followed. Do y'all understand what he's saying? Y'all remember when we read the motion for him to attend his son's funeral? Well,
Right.
they denied that motion, but the judge said that he will be able to privately view his son's body, right? And pray over him and offer the Muslim custom and help wrap him or some of the things that he asked for, but he couldn't attend the funeral and the burial. Well, the judge gave the order for him to see his son's body, and these people still didn't even allow him to see the body with a court's order.
Yeah, that's a violation of his rights, man.
It's a violation of the court's order, bro.
Yeah.
The judge's order. They don't give a fuck.
Yeah, they trying to stress him out. They trying to stress him out, man. Y'all got to understand something, man. This sound like this is a psychiatric. They playing with his psyche. You know what I'm saying? They playing with his psyche. You know, y'all got to realize, you know, Eugene's 60 years old, man. You see what I'm saying? And he's a Muslim, so he carry himself in a certain type of way. Now when you think about it, Muslims they don't eat pork and all that other stuff. So yeah, man. So they man, with how they treating him is inhumane, man. They're violating his constitutional rights. He's probably in harsh conditions. They trying to make him feel it. You see what I'm saying? They trying to emasculate him. You see what I'm saying? He's one of the top leaders of the rolling 60s. They want to break him down. You know what I'm saying? They think about it. I don't think they got too much going on with his case, man. Only way, this shit, don't work for him is let somebody stands up and testify. You see what I'm saying? If they stand up and testify on him, he's through. He's looking at 600 years. This is probably going to be one of the biggest RICO cases out of the state of California. And just for the gang culture, especially coming out the rolling 60s. I don't know what to tell y'all, man, but if y'all see what's going on with Big U, my nigga, and you out here, you hitting licks, you scamming and all that shit, bro, you better be scared. You better be scared because, yeah, you tough when ain't nobody looking. Y'all just seen what Trump did to Maduro, man. You see what I'm saying? He let him make his moves and come get me, I ain't scared and all that. Man, they go come like a thief in the night, come wrap your ass up. I wouldn't be surprised, man, if they still got eyes and ears over there. It is a dangerous time to be standing on somebody counter just popping it, listening to what somebody else saying. If a nigga talking about some crimes, some drugs, some murders, I got to get up out of there. You see what I'm saying? It's no point in me standing around some shit that I can't benefit from. That's how you got to look at your time. Is it beneficial to your life? What are you getting out of just hearing some information that you really don't need to hear? You see what I'm saying? Because you got to understand something. In the streets, to be the man, you got to take out the boss. You got to take out the boss, man. You see what I'm saying? And somebody, there's always going to be a leader that's going to step up who believe they can do it smarter, they can do it better, they can be efficient. But, when we talk about gang culture, it's the bottom of the pulpit. Gang banging is nowhere near a high altitude of anything. It's a bottom. It's an underworld where it's under crimes, under bosses, and lions, tigers, and bears. You see what I'm saying? And it's vicious. And people would die based off of politics and nepotism. A lot of nepotism goes on in the streets, man. So y'all make sure that y'all become who y'all want to be in them streets too, because that's how you lose your life faster than a bullet. Let's go.
So 11, I was not able to be present for my son in the way the court had authorized and made an exception for after his death. I was not allowed private viewing, even though there was a court order for this. Of course, I would never have that opportunity again. This has caused my family extreme grief and distress. It also affects how I experience my detention. I am trying to process the death of my child while at the same time being asked to assist in a complex RICO defense with almost no access to the materials or pertinent discovery. The failure to follow the court's order about my son's death has also affected my confidence that the institutional promises and or any future accommodations will actually be carried out with or without a court order. When a court order concerning a matter as serious as the death of a person's child is not honored, it is very hard for me to trust that less formal assurances about discovery or access will be respected. I continue to grieve my son. The combination of that loss, the unfulfilled court order, and the conditions described below directly affects my case. Legal mail problems and access to case documents. During my time at MDCLA, there have been ongoing problems with my legal mail. Based on what my attorneys of record have told me, I understand that approximately 25 pieces of legal correspondence were extremely delayed or never reached me at all. I am informed by my attorneys that some of those mailings were even sent with tracking. So he got proof because they sent it with tracking to see where it went, that they're getting his legal mail. And to deter him being able to put together a good defense against these allegations, they're going out of their way to fuck with his man. This is nasty work, bro.
Bro, do you think I don't want to cut you off, but you think they trying to use it to try to break him and shit because of the RICO is weak and shit, and they trying to strengthen it? And so by him, losing his son and shit, you know how they play dirtier than a motherfucker, man. Especially when the feds dancing with you. You feel me? So I'm looking at this shit like, man, y'all trying to do this whole ass shit to really break this man, but you can't break him. Because instead of them breaking him crashing the fuck out, he went and put and get ready to putting this shit in effect. They might just strengthen his case.
Yeah, but I think that you're right. But that's in the card, bro. I've got a stack of paperwork where they don't respect the Constitution when you're incarcerated. They treat you like a slave without rights. You know what I'm saying? Even though the Constitution is supposed to guarantee you certain rights. But let me get to this. That shit got me like tears in my eye, just taking me back, traumatic, just like triggering. So on multiple occasions, legal mail has arrived to me already open. So of course, not open in my presence. On other occasions, now mind you, that's against the rules. The policy by the Federal Bureau of Prisons is whenever you get legal mail, for their security purposes, it could be drugs or a gun in there or whatever. They bring you the legal mail and they open it right in front of you, pull it out, check it, make sure there's no drugs and nothing in the documents, and then they hand you your legal mail. Well, he said on multiple occasions, his legal mail has arrived already open. So, of course, it wasn't open in his presence. On other occasions, I have been told mail was sent, but I never received it. These problems have involved important materials, such as my indictment and other case documents and legal notes. I believe between 1 and 3 legal professionals can and would declare to the same. So he said I could prove to you and have lawyers that could prove to you that this is the exact same thing that they've been experiencing trying to get him mail. For a long period of time, I did not have a complete copy of my indictment, even though my counsel tried repeatedly to send it. I did not actually obtain a copy of my indictment until December 2025. Big U is telling the court, even though his attorneys are sending him legal mail so that he could be informed and understand and put together the best defense he can up against the power and resources of the federal government. He didn't even get a copy of his indictment until last month. We only 4 days into January. Big U just seen his motherfucking indictment. On January 1st, 2026, when I was suddenly and abruptly moved to the special housing unit with zero knowledge as to a reason why, I lost access to my indictment and other legal papers. At an earlier detention proceeding, the government referred to recorded calls and to issues related to legal mail, although they are allegedly a completely different entity than MDC. That caused me to be concerned that communications connected to legal matters might have been assessed or shared in ways I did not understand. As a result, I have become hesitant about freely discussing case strategy over the phone. Oh, yeah, so this is hindering his ability to even communicate with his counsel. 20, I have submitted numerous cop-outs, emails, and formal grievances about my missing or mishandled legal mail. And I have raised these issues verbally with staff, including at the highest levels. The general response has been that there is no problem, with the notable exception of Officer Reyna and Delgado on an email actually acknowledging that one item of the legal mail was open outside my presence. So now he got proof through an email that they admit that at least one time his legal mail was open, not in his presence. That's not the custody. That's not the chain of custody. That's not the policy. So why are they going outside of policy as it applies to Mr. Eugene Hilly Jr., Big U? Seizure of a USB and legal work product. On January 1st, 2026, I believe staff conducted a search of my cell and my property. During that search, they took my USB drive that contained discovery materials provided by my attorney, as well as my handwritten legal notes, drafts, research, and other defense work product. So they're trying to see what his strategy is going to be. They done took his USB drive so that he can't even see these millions of documents. How many of y'all have ever read a book that had 1,000 pages? How many? Probably none of y'all. Imagine reading documents of over 1 million documents. Then you got all kind of other discovery on the USB, wiretap calls, and all the other things. They've went in his room, searched his cell, and they've taken his legal work. What is their interest into his legal mail? To my knowledge, the USB and those legal materials were not inventory. When I have asked about them, staff have not acknowledged that they exist or that they were taken. Although my attorneys still possess copies of discovery in their own files, the seized handwritten materials reflected my thought process, questions, and observations developed over prior meetings. Without those personal defense notes, I cannot meaningfully build upon earlier discussions or recall what issues I had already raised or identified. Having counsel retain their own copies is not a substitute for my ability to retain and reference my own defense work product while assisting in preparation. 24. The papers that were removed were clearly labeled as legal mail or attorney work product. They contained my own notes about what my lawyers had explained to me. thoughts about the evidence, and questions I had written down to discuss with counsel. On January 2nd, 2026, I telephonically notified my attorney, Peter Johnson, about my shoe conditions relating to legal documents as well as health topics. I also let him know I would be submitting a letter directly to you about various topics, to which he did not object. The USB contained approximately 500 non-protected discovery files provided to me from my attorney. However,
yeah, man, like, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, man. They're trying to take him out. They trying to take out Big U, right? But when you go back and you look at all the stuff he said, man, if you was getting money in LA, nigga, you was paying me, nigga. You see what I'm saying? You ain't gonna be in LA and you ain't gonna pay me. You gonna pay the piper. You see what I'm saying? And you know, it's a different game. It's a different world. You see what I'm saying? Like, this just shows us that, you know, we're flesh. Yeah, we could be the man. We could be a top dog in our community. But in the state of California, in the United States, man, we at the bottom, bro. We at the bottom. Because, you know how they treating him, and he has to file a motion, a declaration of saying how he's being mistreated and his conditions is inhumane, and you know, they're not feeding him properly. They're denying you know, necessities that he need, that he's entitled to. And it's like, you know, he got to ask for permission. You got to ask the you know, the boss, you know what I'm saying? Pops, you know what I'm saying? Like, once you become incarcerated, the state of California become your daddy. You got to ask your daddy if you can do shit. So that's why I say, man, you know, for this young generation, man, just watch this game. I don't want to see nobody go through what Big U is going through. This is not cool. And this is the thing, you know, we heard a lot of stuff, man. And if he's innocent, a lot of people will have to, you know, recant some stuff, right? But if he's guilty, some people will go celebrate it. But this is the thing, man. Everybody's entitled to their just due in court. You see what I'm saying? Get that man what he need to have his proper legal defense. Don't withhold paperwork. Don't wait to process his motions. Like, you know, give him what he needs so he can have a fair fight. Because that's why I say, when you see, let me tell y'all why you need to be scared. When you get a letter in the mail saying Trayvon Edwards versus the United States, you better run. You see what I'm saying? You better run. You better be scared, because when you realize this is when you realize you're not the big bad wolf. When you get that letter in the mail, because they already got you. They got thousands of hours of wiretap of him saying incriminating shit. You see what I'm saying? He's been on major platforms bragging about extorting people. Oh, I just made Kanye give me $3 million. Chris Brown, the Wiz Khalifa's, the T.I.'s. Like, he literally made everybody pay him, allegedly. I was just hearing Cy the Kid talking about, I don't care who you is and whoever. I'm like, man, these niggas been dissing Big U. You see what I'm saying? They got tired of giving him money. You see what I'm saying? But, you know, whether that's true or not, because it's still alleged, right? He's still entitled to his just due in court. But it seems like they're trying to knock him off the board, man. You know what I'm saying? Man, have y'all seen all them people that let me tell y'all something. If you got a CPAP machine, you got sleep apnea, make sure you use that. You see what I'm saying? Make sure you're right. Big U knew what he signed up for. Yeah, but see, people forget that when it's like, you know, say for instance, you know, you've been a gangster, you shootouts and drive-bys, and then for over decades and decades, and in the next 10 years, you know, you making money hand over fist, buying multi-million-dollar houses, a nonprofit organization, and you know, you doing all these amazing things. You will forget who you was in the past. I don't care what nobody's like, no, man, it's like riding a bike. No, it's not, bro. When you away from something for 10 years, you go forget that dog, and you go forget that ruthless instinct that you had. See, because in the streets, you got to be ruthless. You got to not care. You got to be willing to die on the spot, and you got to be a thinker. You see what I'm saying? But when you're not in that realm of that lifestyle, you don't got to look over your shoulder. You sitting in $1 million meetings and private jets. Like he was on private jets flying all across the country. Like you're going to forget, you know what I'm saying, what you signed up for because you don't live that life no more. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, jail is supposed to be harsh. It's not, yeah, you're right. It's not supposed to be no walk in the park, you know what I'm saying? And see the feds, you know, they, even if you might have a little tablet in there, you work the mail room and, you know, all that shit, it's still, it's not a place to be, gang. Let's go.
Almost all of the actually most important discovery in this case is under a protective order. That protective material can only be reviewed when my defense team is physically present. The seizure and non-return of my USB and legal items, including handwritten legal work, has cut off my ability to continue any of the prior work I had done to understand my case. I cannot go back to my notes. I cannot track what we have already discussed, and I cannot build on earlier sessions. In practical terms, I am forced to start over with almost nothing in my hands. Shoe placement and investigative status. Also, on January 1st, 2026, I was moved to the special housing unit at MDC Los Angeles. I was told this was an administrative detention and that the stated reason was classification. I did not receive any incident report, a disciplinary write-up, or a hearing related to this move. To my knowledge, there was no finding that I committed a disciplinary infraction that required shoe placement. Since being in shoe, my ability to meet and consult with counsel becomes much more limited, as this district is well aware due to several attorneys filing motions about this. Legal visits require additional escorting and approval and have non-reported or advertised additional time constraints. There are therefore more delays and more uncertainty about when and how visits can occur. My access to legal materials in my cell is also more restricted. This combination of shoe placement, investigative status, and the removal of my USB and notes has made it extremely difficult for me to in the future have normal attorney-client meetings or to review materials in a continuous, organized way going forward. Contrary, what I anticipate to be categorized as a challenge, I am describing the practical effects of displacement on my ability to participate in my defense, including restricted attorney access, loss of materials, and interruption of previously authorized accommodations. Regardless of the institution's reasons for placement, the resulting restrictions materially affect my ability to prepare my case. Medical chrono and loss of CPAP and other accommodations. Before coming into federal custody, I was prescribed a CPAP machine for sleep apnea. MDC medical staff issued a Bureau of Prisons medical chrono authorizing use of the CPAP machine, a knee brace, and a 2-mattress accommodation. I also wear prescription glasses. After I moved to the SHU on January 1st, 2026, my CPAP machine and plug were taken. I was allowed to use the CPAP briefly, but then it was taken away again. Since that time, I have repeatedly requested that it be returned and have explained that I am worried about serious health consequences if I go without it. Put frankly, death can occur for those who require breathing machines when they sleep if they do not have one. Therefore, since being in a SHU without it, I simply cannot allow myself to fall asleep whatsoever. Let's pause right here. I want y'all to tell me what y'all think about Big U. You start with you, Southern Force. What you think about them taking his breathing machine, bro?
Man, like I said, I done been locked up, bro. You already know that. But this shit right here is like they treating this black native man like a fucking terrorist. An actual citizen of America here. You treating him like a fucking terrorist. And then you trying to affect his medical.
Constitutionally guaranteed right to adequate medical.
This is nasty work, man. Man, that's why I feel as though this is a cruel play. They're trying to weaken him mentally, physically, and emotionally. And this here just proves it all. Because why else would you deny this man his rights to go see his son and bury him the traditional way? And now you just went against a religion where, to my understanding, the new law, you don't do that.
Right.
So this shit is beyond treating a person like a criminal. You treating this man like a fucking terrorist. And I'm glad you blasted and putting some light on these crooked motherfuckers who do this shit, man. This just don't happen to Big U. This shit happened to every real one that's locked up in them fucking penitentiaries that's doing 30, 60 years or more. And this is a prime fucking example how they do a black man in a fucking jail system now in 2026. Not like as a fucking as a criminal that hadn't even been able to prove his innocence. But on top of that, like a fucking terrorist. How the fuck you do this shit and get away with this shit? It's beyond me. I'm lost, man. I'm lost for words on this bullshit. This is crazy.
Man, life is in danger right now. They put him in the hole. You know what I'm saying? This is crazy, homie.
This is not how they did Hussein when they did all that shit. Come on, man. This shit is crazy. You violated every part of his rights. If the judge don't see that shit, I don't fucking know. But like I say, so like they used to teach us when we was younger, system never built for us. It's built to try to get the fuck out of it. And it's crazy, man, that they putting him in these conditions. He just lost his son fucking recently.
Yeah, you know what? I know a lot of people you gotta feel like that's his son, but you know a lot of people still hollering about Rayshawn Williams and you know all that. But y'all gotta realize something. It's not what you know, it's what you can prove. You know what I'm saying? And so far, he haven't had his just doing court. I know 2025, we was going crazy. Like, dang, bro, like you was the last one seen with him, and they got people testifying saying you came and got the footage, but that still doesn't prove that he had something to do with Rayshawn's murder. But one thing I got to realize is this, though. WAC 100 will be there to testify in the Big U RICO case. Mark my word. Mark my word. It's a reason why he been going up and trying to establish dominance and you know, have his hand on everything. You know, I think WAC always wanted to have that type of statue that Big U had. You see what I'm saying? Where he could go around and collect that bag, but ain't nobody finna get no 4'11" dude, no bag. You know what I'm saying? Just because you a name out here, you gotta actually put in work. You gotta be willing to hurt people and take it to the next level. But nah, man, you know, y'all look out for that. For some reason, you know, it's been speculation. It's not facts, but it's been speculation. You know, even a lot of journalists have, you know, spoke on it. They're saying that you know, he's definitely gonna be somebody. I know for sure he's gonna be in a Keefe D. In the Keefe D trial. When the Keefe D trial start, he's gonna be a part of it. Watch 2026. WAC 100 is going to be on every major case that take place. in between LA and Vegas, bro. Y'all go see, man. But right now they saying that he will be one of the people who's going to testify because his name is in the paperwork. I happen to believe that it's possible that he might testify in the Big U case. Let's go.
Now you're doing shit to affect this man's health. This shit got to stop, man. Keep on putting the boots on these niggas' necks, man. Shed some light on it. Because these crooked motherfuckers, they went too far. Real shit.
Yeah, they definitely went too far, man. Man, that's crazy. But they definitely try to buck break the bro. So they then took his CPAP machine, his breathing machine for when he sleep. My additional mattress accommodation due to back and shoulder injury and my eyeglasses have also not been provided in shoe. So how can he read if he don't got his reading glasses? My knee brace was returned after a short period, but the lack of sleep support and proper bedding has made my physical discomfort worse. Without the CPAP and the full set of accommodations, I have trouble focusing and I feel physically worn down, as could be anticipated. That makes it much harder for me to concentrate during future legal visits or to review any material I do receive. Trust account investigative hold and communication limits. A $2,500 investigative hold has been placed on my inmate trust account. So he got $2,500 put on his books, and it appears they now place his inmate trust account on hold. So he can't even go to the store. He's in the hole.
That ain't even against the limit, man. I think it's like 3,000 or some shit like that.
Bro, and the dead homies. I was in Victorville with a motherfucker with 90-some thousand on his books. I was in Lompoc with another dude that had $250,000 on his books, bro.
I'm talking about like if you just send like a large amount. What's
I don't remember what I wasn't that privileged, you know what I'm saying, to get that large of amount, you know what I'm
right,
saying?
you know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to figure out how the fuck they put it on hold. It don't make no sense. Come on, dudes. Right. It's crazy.
But so now they done put a hold on them. I was not given an explanation for why this hold was placed or what event or investigation triggered it. Such a hold is to hinder a person's ability to purchase commissary items such as food or hygiene items, and with the ability to use computer systems such as CoreLinks that I also rely on to coordinate regarding my defense when I was not in the shoe. Attempts to resolve these issues internally. I have tried to address these problems through the channels that are available to me. I have submitted multiple cop-outs. I have filed.
Yeah, man. Like what? Once again, man, y'all gotta. They're violating his constitutional rights, bro. You know, I know a lot of people. You know, y'all chat. You want to just wish ill will on people, man. It's a whole new year. We coming in with a whole different perspective. At the end of the day, like he still got to have his just due in court. Once again, you know what I'm saying? His constitutional rights should not be violated, no matter how you cut that. You see what I'm saying? I don't care if he did the most heinous crime. You see what I'm saying? You know, that's why just do is important. That's why we have our rights, my nigga, and to see this shit, you know, despite his reputation and what people allege that he's done and what he accomplished, you know, you don't fight this man with his hands behind his back, with his pants down. Like, let that man go head up with the state of California. You see what I'm saying? Give him a fair shot because, you know, when you fight in the state of California, gang, it's nothing to play with. It takes critical thinking for number one. It takes patience. You can't be in a state of emotion where you're stressed out, you know, and by him being isolated, that probably give him a little more time to get his clarity, get his thoughts, you know what I'm saying? Because you can't trust nobody, especially behind that wall. Everybody could be compromised. They got sleepers all in those federal jail cells. My nigga, somebody asks you a question and be recording the whole time, you know, but Big U, 60-some years old. He has sleep apnea. I believe when you have, well, I don't know no other reason to have a CPAP machine is for sleep apnea. So, you know, that's important, man. People die in their sleep, bro. Especially leaning on this. I mean, if you're sleeping on a horrible bed, if you can't sleep, you toss and turn, you fall asleep on the wrong side, you can die in your sleep. Yeah, that shit is real. That sleep apnea, nigga. Hold on, nigga. Damn, how that nigga died? Oh, that nigga died in his sleep. What happened? He woke up and couldn't breathe. Boy, whoo, shit. Woo. Lord, don't fail me now. Yeah, nah, man, that ain't nothing to play with, man. But on some real game, though, man, this is what can happen to you. I want to make sure that I'm clear. This can happen to anybody. You know, you want to be that killer in the streets. You want to be that top dog. You know, you got to make sure you're willing to stand on all 10 toes and take whatever comes your way. Because if you succeed and you thrive and you survive at the highest merit of the game, it's only X amount of time before they come. And when they come, they coming hard. They're not coming with no, oh man, you didn't make. First of all, you superseded what expectation it is to be a top-ranking gang leader in the streets. You know what I'm saying? It was some mafioso shit. You know what I'm saying? You wash your hand over hand with with his organization. You know what I'm saying? It was, he's innocent until proven guilty. But the greatest heist was to, hey, don't give it to me. Don't put it in my hand. Donate it to my organization. You see what I'm saying? And sometimes, man, 59. All right, I believe what? All right, well, he'll be 60 this year. All right, Eddie boy. Hey, hold on, Nina. Oh, man, I gotta get that nigga 59. All right, we go 59. All right, it'll be 60 2026. Right? All right, let's go. But now, man, just looking at this game, man, they got the evidence they got against him, man. I highly suggest that if you're gonna be a leader, you want to be a top dog, bro, stay off the cameras. Don't do interviews. Don't create no mantra about yourself. Be quiet, stay low key. You know what I'm saying? And any time of disrespect, man, do it in private. Never be loud about it. Because it was the female rapper, the female rapper. She's definitely going to testify. She's been causing ruckus behind, this case. It's a lot of people he got to go through. Loose Cannon is going to me, this is just hypothetically speaking, man, because I think, from multiple perspectives, he's facing a lot of time. They want Big U. He's a pawn, you know what I'm saying, to on the chessboard. I don't think, people are gonna stay quiet and not take no deals just so Big U can have his just due. I think some people go cop out. You know what I'm saying? And this is not facts. This is just opinionated. I do believe some people want to cop out. They're gonna take the best deal. When you think about how this game, this is not the movies. This is not no fake shit. This is real life. You gotta understand the internet. See, this is the metaverse. You know what I'm saying? This is where everybody go escape from real life. They go escape from real life and play in a metaverse where you judge your likes, your views, your pictures, and create this delusion that you're important. But in the real world, this world don't care about me, you, your kids, nigga. Your kids is just like us too, nigga. If we ain't shit, that little nigga ain't shit either. That's how the real world feel about us, man. And see you at the top. You got to decide who you want to be. And the cool thing about this game, though, right, is leaving some people behind is go hurt. It's gonna hurt. Everybody can't go with you. You gonna have to leave some people, and it's sad because when you want it for yourself, people not gonna want to see you with it. People not gonna want it how you want it, and because they don't want it how you want it, they gonna play cool with you. And then when you actually accomplish your goals, they gonna want part of it. They gonna want to be a part of what you work so hard for. You see what I'm saying? Don't be no victim to these streets, man. If you want to be a top dog, let me tell you something. It makes no sense to be standing on somebody's corner without no money in your pocket. You shouldn't be outside with a gun and an iPhone on you if you don't got no money in your pocket. You got to understand these niggas is catching bodies and killing shit and don't even got $500 in their pocket. Just imagine you a killer from whatever community you from. Like, yeah, nigga, I'm knocking shit down, nigga, all that, nigga, I'm bouncing out, nigga. What, nigga, I'm knocking niggas batteries out there, and you don't even got $500. See what I'm saying? Don't let nobody fool you that it's not cool to stay in the house and, you know, enjoy the fruits of your labor, you know, because I sit back, I'm like, damn, I always had my own place. One time, I think I was paying like $2,300 for rent. I was never home. Only time I came home was when I'm trying to go knock down a little female and let her cook and come see my crib. But I went and hanged outside because a lot of my friends didn't have no place to live. You see what I'm saying? I wanted to be with niggas that was outside. And it didn't dawn on me that, damn, we be out to 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. Like, nigga be tired. Oh, man, I'm finna go. Man, I'm finna go hit the car. You feel me? Man, I'm finna thug it out this little broad out. Hey, take me over there. She ain't answering the door. All right, take me back to the hood. Nigga just, you know what I'm saying? Nigga disappear. You know what I'm saying? And probably go jump in somebody's car and fall asleep. Like, it didn't dawn on me, man. Like, I used to spend I remember one apartment I had, man, that fly, stayed in Whittier. I never was there. I used to let, you know, females stay at that crib. You see what I'm saying? Because I always want to be in the hood. And I'm like, damn, nigga, all the rent I was paying, it never dawned on me that I was psychologically getting tricked out of my own spot. You know what I'm saying? And you know, the motto is this, man. Some people only fuck with you in front of you. I don't care how you cut that, how you take that. Check me out though, man. Some people only rock with you in front of you. I promise you, man, because hey, when you go through them hard times, man, people, man, and they watching. No, see, why you think people watch your stories? You see what I'm saying? That's the only way you can find out if somebody watching you. Because when you drop your reels and shit, you can't see who like your picture unless they like it. You see what I'm saying? This is how you know people know. They know when you're going through some shit. Some people only around you to watch your downfall. They just plotting, they waiting. You see what I'm saying? Because most people, and we're going to get back to the content, they will never see you for who you are today. They only go see you for who you was. You see what I'm saying? That, oh, he was a jerker. Oh, he was a skateboarder. You're a grown man. You could be 40-some years old. Oh, whoopty whoop. Oh, that nigga was a jerker. Teach me how to jerk, old Dougie ass nigga. He was 16 when he was trying to. I mean, I don't got a dancing bone in my body, but I couldn't get mad at somebody who was 16. That nigga might like to dance. It was a lot of clown dancers when I was coming up. They wear the makeup on their face and they do all the feminine body movements. And I'm like, hey, nigga, hey, shit, nigga, you like that shit? Go ahead, nigga. And be like, yeah, hey, nigga, that's what a bitch is at. Nigga, that's what a bitch is. Man, them girls barely know how to wash their twat. So I know it's a lot of fish and motherfucking curved cologne going on around that motherfucker. You understand? Oh, y'all popping that motherfucking shit. She popping that tabernacle all in. Come on, man. You see what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. So I can't judge no nigga from dancing when he was a kid and he's fucking 40. That's why I say be careful when people talk about your past. Because the past don't never got nothing new to say. People are never going to see you for who you are now. The man that you is now, people never go talk about that shit, bro. They never go. Yeah, man, that nigga wrote a book, gang. That nigga went back to school. Oh, nah, that nigga got his trucking license, nigga. He traveling on the road, nigga. He owned his first truck. Yeah, the nigga just bought some land in Mojave Desert somewhere, isolated from the world and shit. He building a bunker. Nobody's going to talk about none of the shit that you're doing current, now, present. They're not going to talk about that shit. They're going to see you for who you was. If you was a nigga who you used to pee in the bed, pissy ass Montreal, look, dirty digging the nose ass Keon. Yeah, nigga Keon used to be, nah. That's all they go talk about. People are never going to talk about who you is today. See, people don't know the new you because, see, everybody think they tough until they got to stand in front of that judge and the judge got your life in their hands. And then you notice when they stand in front of that judge, they read their letter. Your Honor, I just want to apologize. I made some bad choices in my life. I know right from wrong. I have my family in the back to support me. The pastor happened to come out and support me. They can vouch that my character, I'm genuinely sorry for my behaviors. I got caught up with trusting the wrong people, Your Honor. I'm guilty of being loyal to my community, Your Honor. I did this to be loyal to a community that clearly ain't loyal to me. And you can forgive me and give me some leniency, Your Honor. I promise you I'll serve my time and I'll make it right when I come home, but please don't take my life. And the judge would be like, well, yeah, it's a little bit too late for that. You should have said that your second time you got in trouble. This your third time, Mr. Watson. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna give you 100 months in prison. 100. It's only 12 months in a year. So 100 months, man. You feel me? And that's how the game go. You get to apologizing. You get to, you know what I'm saying? You get to, begging for mercy. Majority of the time when you go to court, I don't care how tough you is, these niggas be in there begging for leniency, begging for mercy, and all that shit, man. So that's how you know that this world that we living in, man, it's not predicated off of natural instincts, because your natural instincts is going to kick in when your life is on the line. See, the conscious and the subconscious. See, your conscious, it creates an idea that you could do anything you want to do. Your subconscious, like prime example, you're like, man, I'm gonna go work out tomorrow. That's what you're telling yourself, right? In your conscious. Your subconscious go be like, man, nigga, you said that shit yesterday. Man, fuck working out, nigga. Let's go to the bar. Keisha and Lauren and them go be up in there. Keisha trying to smash, man. Let's go get drunk and fuck. And that's what's going to take over is your subconscious. A lot of people are not consciously aware of what they say, how they speak. We recur negative thoughts from the previous day every day. Every day we have over 400 to 500 negative thoughts, and that creates our emotions. What we believe, that's how it comes out, because our negative thoughts overpower our positive thoughts, and that's why you live a negative fucking life. Because when you think something bad is going to happen, it creates scarcity. All right, let me get back, man. I was about to get in my little bag and shit, man, about the neuroscience and shit, man. I be reading these books, homie, and it's crazy because I can really identify and show exactly what we go through. And I don't even have to know you, but I can point out some shit that we all do that's repetitive habits, and it'll fuck you up, man. So that's another video, man. I know y'all want to hear that type of shit, man. So let's get back to the content, though. Let's go.
A BP8 informal resolution and a BP9 grievance. I have sent the grievance to the regional director. I have even contacted the Postal Service about the mishandling of my mail. For some examples, I have raised these issues verbally many times with staff in my unit and with supervisors, including at the warden level. The general response has been to say that there is no issue or not take any corrective action. As of the time of this declaration, the USB and legal papers have not been returned. My discovery access remains extremely limited. My mail problems continue, and my medical accommodations are still not provided. This is not a complaint about comfort, inconvenience, or general detention conditions. The conditions described are directly tied to my ability to see evidence, understand the government's allegations, and communicate with counsel in a continuous and organized way. In other words, these conditions affect the core constitutional right to participate in my own defense rather than day-to-day living conditions. Because my USB and notes were taken, and because I am in a SHU and under investigative status, I do not have ongoing access to discovery that would allow me to understand the government's evidence or assist counsel in developing strategy. The problem is not that there has been too little time on the calendar. The problem is that under these facts, conditions, and restrictions, there is no realistic way for me to prepare, no matter how long the case is continued. Defense resources. I do not claim that my attorneys have acted in bad faith in any way. However, as a detained defendant in a very large RICO case, and based on these circumstances and the restrictions described in this declaration, I respectfully submit that my current defense resources are not realistically sufficient to allow me to meaningfully participate in my defense or to adequately assist counsel with the practical limits created by my detention conditions and limited discovery access. Accordingly, whether or not the trial is continued over my objection, I respectfully ask that the court consider authorizing the appointment of additional CJA resources, including 2 additional attorneys, 3 additional investigators, and a cell phone tower and communications data expert, so that my defense team has the capacity to review the discovery, identify and interview potential witnesses, and prepare the case in a manner consistent with this scale and complexity. This request is not made for the purpose of delay, and if it would result in delay, I revoke the request. I continue to assert my right to a speedy trial. I make this request because under the conditions described, meaningful preparation cannot occur without increased defense resources, regardless of whether the trial date is continued or remains as set. Remedy in opposition to continuance. I want the court to know I am not asking for a continuance. I am not asking the court to delay the case so that I can have more time. I do not want delay. I've obviously made clear I want a speedy trial on many occasions, and that has never nor will ever change absent the opportunity to be granted bond. So I may meaningfully participate in my defense, confined to my home and without restrictions listed. The conditions I have described are not the kind of problems that can be fixed by moving the trial date. They arise from the seizure and non-return of my legal materials, from shoe placement and investigative status, from mail and communication barriers, now from the loss of my medically necessary equipment, and from the failure to follow even a court order related to my son's death. If the trial date is pushed back, but nothing changes about these conditions, I will still not be able to see the discovery. I will still not have my notes and materials. I will still be under unreasonably restrictive conditions, and I will still not be able to participate in preparing my defense. Additional delay would increase the prejudice I am already suffering. It would prolong my detention under conditions that prevent meaningful discovery review, that limit communication with counsel, and that have already resulted in the failure to follow a court order in connection with the death of my child. These conditions did not exist at the time of my original or subsequent detention hearing. The shoe placement, investigative status, seizure of my legal materials, and USB on January 1st, 2026, the continued legal mail issues, the restrictions on my trust account, the interruption of my medical chrono, and the way the court order concerning my son's death was handled are all developments that occurred after that hearing. They are materially changed circumstances that directly affect my ability to prepare my defense and my experience of detention. I also understand that the court has the authority to reconsider detention or modify conditions of custody when materially new information comes to light that did not exist and was not available or brought up at the time of the prior detention hearing. The facts described in this declaration arose and have had a direct effect on my ability to review discovery, communicate with counsel, and participate in my defense. I respectfully submit these developments for the court's awareness, and I understand that the court may, if it believes appropriate, reopen or review my detention status on its own motion. I respectfully request that the court be aware that I no longer have access to my prescription reading glasses, and that I therefore require larger print materials to meaningfully review case documents. In particular, I understand that the government produced an updated and complete discovery index with descriptors on August the 13th, 2025, as referenced in docket number 737, page 10 lines 17 through 18. If the court finds it appropriate, I will welcome clarification regarding whether I may receive and retain a complete copy of this specific index in 14 or 16-point font prior to the leaving the courtroom or courthouse on or about the next scheduled hearing date of January 6, 2026, and that it may not be confiscated by custodial staff as it is legal material directly related to my case. I am not requesting production of discovery materials themselves. I am requesting only the discovery index with descriptors, which I understand is not subject to the protective order. If I do not receive it in font in front of you and have to rely on mail or attorney Dropbox at MDC as fully detailed, I will not receive it. I have told attorneys about everything within this letter to you prior to submitting this letter to you. I respectfully advise the court that my current shoe commissary options are incompatible with my religious and restrictive diet, as the shoe commissary list provides only 2 consumable items. The general commissary list contains a significantly broader range of basic food options. I ask that the court be aware of these circumstances, and if the court believes it appropriate, I will welcome a recommendation that I be permitted to purchase food items such as noodles, soups, cereal, and beans from the general commissary list while I'm in shoot. If y'all don't know, Big U doesn't eat meat. He doesn't eat flesh. Anything that bled, he doesn't eat none of that, right? So because I'm quite sure the jail isn't just going to accommodate his dietary habits, he counts on his commissary to be able to supplement it with whatever vegetables and whatever he gets from the federal food that's consistent with his dietary practices. I further advise that the court that in the shoe, it is my understanding that one call is permitted monthly. And in my first attempt to call my family since being here today, it stated I have no more minutes to use and I could not do so. I have asked the shoe staff multiple times to call attorneys and the request has not been honored. I submitted a cop-out regarding being taken to the shoe without due process or even an understanding as to why. I respectfully informed the court that since my transfer to shoe, my CPAP access has been inconsistent, even though I rely on it whenever I sleep and previously had continuous access pursuant to medical authorization. I ask that the court be aware of the extreme medical risks associated with the current limitations. If the court finds it appropriate, I would welcome clarification or direction to MDC to ensure that my CPAP access is restored and that compliance can be documented to ensure the accommodation is implemented. Bro, I think they are intentionally trying to kill Big U, bro.
That's a fact.
I'm going to get into my theory afterwards. 66, I informed the court that I have asked no less than 5 minutes that attorneys be added so I may call them without using my allotted minutes, as is customary in MDC, and this request has been repeatedly denied. My family has repeatedly called due to concern since January 1st, 2026, and been told they cannot speak to the warden, nor will any information be provided to them about my status. 4 people can declare the same. I also informed the court that my mattress accommodations has not been consistently provided since my placement in shoe. The resulting pain and sleep disruption further affects my concentration and ability to participate in my defense. I respectfully submit this for the court's awareness, and if the court believes appropriate, I would welcome clarification or direction to MDC to ensure the accommodation is implemented and documented. 69, given the cumulative impact of these conditions on my ability to prepare and participate in my defense. I respectfully ask that the court be aware that these circumstances may warrant development of a more formal record regarding access and confinement conditions should the court determine that further inquiry is appropriate. I respectfully inform the court that my legal materials and handwritten defense notes were seized and have not been returned to me. I do not know their present status, such as whether they are already disposed of or copied for the government to preview my defense. Oh, they trying to get a feel of what his defense is. This is why they're doing this, bro. This is nasty work. They know that their case is bullshit, bro. They know Loose Cannon was lying. They know this nigga Dale was lying. They know this nigga Wack 600. These niggas was scared of this nigga and they framed him, bro. So they're trying to figure out how he's going to come. This is some real nasty work. I do not know their present status, such as whether they are already disposed of or copied for the government to preview my defense. I submit this fact for the court's awareness and will welcome any clarification or direction the court believes appropriate regarding their status or return. Finally, I respectfully state that I do not wish to waive my physical presence at hearings, particularly any hearings that may involve continuance of my trial date or matters affecting my ability to participate in my defense. To the extent a prior electronic waiver appears on the docket, I clarify that it does not reflect my present intent. I am not seeking delay. I am asking for the opportunity to defend myself fairly. I declare under penalty of perjury under the laws of the United States of America that the foregoing is true and correct to the best of my knowledge. Because this declaration was prepared at my complete direction and then submitted at my specific request via U.S. mail and also email to avoid delay. Under the time constraints of the next hearing, I respectfully reserve the right to supplement or clarify these statements as needed. Executed July 4th, 2026 at Los Angeles, California. Eugene Henley Jr., the defendant. This is what they got. And this is his administrative detention order. Will show that he's been placed in administrative segregation and they took a lot of his rights away. This is nasty. So I really need for everybody who hears this to help a brother out. You know what I'm saying? Free Big U. Anyone can write an email and say, MDC Warden, please give Eugene Henley his breathing machine and legal mail. That's all it's going to take is an email so that they know that we know they're trying to kill Big U. Because we know that they're trying to stop this man from putting on a competent defense, a strategic defense, right? Help me out, y'all. Is that grounds for a dismissal? I don't know. Man, they don't give a shit. Why Wack didn't attend the services if that's his nephew is what I want to know. Man, that nigga ain't that nigga nephew. Fuck that nigga. He is not now. Best believe they gonna pull more stunts to make him guilty. They gonna fuck up. They trying to make it to where he can't have a speedy trial. Right. Mikey B, salute. 40 likes and 97 in the chat. Yeah, get them likes up. What's up with that? Let's change that. Damu Kiwe family, salute, salute. They gonna be hiding evidence and all kind of shit. Watch. Hit the like button. There are several reasons why they are doing this to him, and they have to give an explanation to his attorney. I feel you, Lou. They bullshit. Smoke session time. Perfect name as I'm rolling up. Smoke session. Lou, I'm lighting this Marathon OG up as we typing on mine. They trying to off the big homie, then blame it on health issues. Watch these devils, man. Man, that's exactly what they trying to do. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly what they trying to do. Bless, salute. He like, wow. You know what I'm saying? They took his CPAP too, shaking my head. Dirty fuckers, yeah. ET, I say they didn't consider them guilty. Nasty work. Crazy work. Yeah, this is what the feds do to you.
I'm heated, bro. I'm fucking heated, bro. You know, I'm wait till you get it all out, because you know, man, when I say what I say, man, I'm fucking heated. But go ahead, let's read the comments, because I'm fucking heated. This is nasty to the 10th power.
Mr. Papucha said they did the same shit. You talking about with the legal shit? Yeah, they took away all of his rights, wouldn't give him his phone calls, no nothing. So when he couldn't do that, I'm gonna give y'all the link to hit the warden at MDCLA. I'm gonna put that in the chat, and everybody needs to email through that link. But you're right, that's exactly what they do. They render by the jailhouse conditions while you're fighting your case. They render the conditions harsh, and to a point that you can't even meaningfully communicate with your counsel. With Suge, they didn't even want to allow him to get it. Suge had to, when he go down on visiting with his attorney, he bumping the other attorneys down there and had to pick attorneys like that. They wouldn't even give him access to the phone so that he could try to find him an attorney to represent him, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's why he took 28 years on a case that most people believe he should have went to trial on. You know what I'm saying? That seems to be the strategy of these people against black people that they want off the streets. Get them lawsuits ready, big homie. Evidently, they don't have a strong case to be going that far. That's a fact. Free Big U, regardless of how other side feel, they can't deny this man's importance to them kids on God. They can't deny that, bro. They can never take that away from him. Rest in peace, baby Huey. He got action because CPAP machine is used for people with disabilities, so Big U falls under the ADA Act. Our skin is our sin. You right, Lou, from the loop. He may have some superseding indictments waiting on him to come down. Of course not, because there's no bigger threat than a black man with influence, right? We need this share. I'm about to clip and get this out. Please do, Selena. Yes, his life is in danger, and that's jail. Needs to be investigated. Yeah. Terrorists at ADX get their breathing machines and legal mail. Attorney Jasmine in the chat. She said, terrorists at ADX get their breathing machines and legal mail. But a U.S. citizen, a black U.S. citizen, can't even get that. This is nasty work, bro. They trying to break his spirit. Yeah. A CPAP is needed, or he can't stop breathing, or he can stop breathing during his sleep. This is violation towards his medical health. Yeah, it is.
Right.
They pulling interrogation tactics on him. It's millionaires in that prison, especially the BOP. At this point, Big U is a political prisoner. And when I say political, because his influence as a man is what makes him political. That's a fact, bro. Salute to Smoke Session, man. Y'all make sure y'all go subscribe to Smoke. Like and subscribe to Damu Keyway. Hit that like button, y'all. It's the shit the government and military does to terrorists. Right. Man, prayers over Big U. Prayers over Big U family. Man, Big U, one of the strongest brothers I ever met in my life mentally. So I know what it is, but and put in a cell, you know what I'm saying, where your meals come to you. They only take you out for 1 hour a day. I've been in MDCLA. In fact, they housed me in the SHU when I came back to MDCLA because I was so high powered, right? I'm in the SHU, housed in the SHU, just like him on administrative segregation. There's a little thing now, MDC is built up like a skyscraper, right? and it has level floors. Well, when you go out, it's a little bit of thing about the same size of your cell, but with a long hallway going to it, right? And I go out there with my headphones on, my Walkman, listening to Power 106 or the beat, and start working out, you know what I'm saying, and smell that good LA Small. Well, Big U probably ain't even working out no more because he ain't got the energy. He ain't been sleeping right. He's afraid if he go to sleep, he ain't gonna wake up. He got civil and human rights violations he could use in his defense. His attorneys would use this for sure. Yeah, he go to court on the sick. Call the ACU, Big U. He can't call the ACLU. We got to call him for him. Let me put this thing in the chat, man.
Right, exactly. Dude just said shit. They keep him from all that shit. So it's up to us to get that shit out there and make sure he get the proper medical attention, the fuck that he needs. If not, they gonna keep on doing this shit. That's how they do the bullshit ass nigga trap. This is fucking nasty, man. Man, I got so much fucking reaction on this shit. Cause not only I damn near been there and done that, but I got plenty of big partners that's still in that motherfucker right now, going through that shit to this day. And it's crazy.
Okay, I just put the email address in the chat. Man, just put the email address to the warden in the chat. Please give Big U.
Let me lock that in right now. Right now.
And then I'm gonna post it on I'm gonna post it on Instagram also. Please email the warden and tell them please give Eugene Healy his breathing machine and legal mail. We need this to go viral, bro. If not, it might not even be no Big U get a chance at a trial, bro. You know what I'm saying? I just posted it on Instagram too on Active Chucks, and I'm gonna keep that live. A lot we can't and I could pin it in the caption. Y'all right about that. Okay, my bad. Y'all know I ain't the smartest in the what you call it, but I'm gonna put it in the description. You know what I'm saying? But his breather, bro. If he don't have that, he really could die, bro. They trying to kill the brother.
He got sleep apnea, of course. Hell yeah. And then you making him uncomfortable. His joints are hurting and stuff. He's not getting proper medical care and shit. Yeah, you're violating all his medical, all of that shit. But they just thought, okay, we just gonna shut the fuck up. Now, not say nothing. We just gonna keep him from his legal stuff so he won't reach out to his legal team. I'm telling you, these feds are working nasty in the fucking play because for the simple fact, they're number one, they're embarrassed because the simple fact this man brought down the crime rate 30%. The fuck we talking about?
For 20 years straight.
So for 20 fucking years straight. So you're embarrassed about that bullshit. Then on the second part, you got a weak ass motherfucking case, and you're trying to dig through his shit and try to see what he got to fuck around and dismantle your fucking case. So you playing through him through the COs and all his and through the medical teams and shit to fucking weaken him mind, body, and spirit. We know how they play dirty like that, man. This is some bullshit. On top of that, he's still telling y'all dumbasses that he still want to pursue with the case because I'm pretty sure he was smart enough. He's been through the system before. So guess what? He probably made sure his lawyer had something on the back end of his fucking evidence. So no, we're not gonna postpone shit. Y'all trying to break me, but y'all got me fucked up. So therefore, let's go ahead and pursue this case. But I'm just letting everybody know, yeah, y'all going against my rights. And we're not going to just step over that to a blind eye. We're going to expose that shit. What you say, ETE? Expose the fucking exposures. We exposing these motherfucking slimy ass fucking pigs that always got these dirty tricks going on and violating our fucking justice and our rights. Real shit. This shit is bad motherfucking work, man.
They said we need to trading places with Big U and Whack 100. Man, I just want to get this man out of jail now, man, before these people really die. Before that man die in there, bro. I'm finna take y'all to some Big U content we got, man. Salute to my brother Big U. You know what I'm saying? Free
Salute,
Big
man.
U, free Big U.
Sure.
So that shit is backwards. Let's get to this real quick. Bear with me, man. Matter of fact, make sure y'all hit that like button because my peoples is telling me y'all ain't hitting that like button in that chat, and that's crazy. When we
Yeah, I'm
bringing
looking
y'all
at
the
the chat,
exclusive
man.
content. Ain't nobody else got this paperwork and this update. We give y'all the paperwork and the update, and y'all still ain't even hitting the like button. We didn't even say send a cash app. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Just hit that like button and hit that hashtag free Big U, man. For real.
So I'm almost to it. Wait, is it on the video? Let's go to it, man, in case y'all forgot. Oh, that wasn't it. My bad. Hit that like button. And hype me up, bro. Like, y'all, that's crazy that y'all really ain't got. We finna see what them, what you call it, is. Big U exposes Whack 100. Now I want to go to the actual. I want to go to the actual content. Let's go here first. Draws. You know what it is, nigga? Damu Keyway. Conversations. Let's go.
This is my last video before I turn myself in. I'm with my family. Talk to my sons. I talk to everybody, man. I'm just saying, going to deal with this fight, see what it is. I just want y'all to know, all this stuff is quiet
Hey,
now.
leave her alone.
Shit's all bull crap. I just need y'all prayers. I need y'all. I don't even know what to say. I'm 21 years. I've elevated my family. Come back. Sit in here and write and do what I need to do until I can come back home. People are supposed to help me. I hope you help me. If you can't, you don't worry about it. A lot of stuff y'all hearing is straight trash. And I appreciate the love and I appreciate people who've been helping me. I don't know. It's hard helping black people and not being hunted for doing it.
First Street, it might be to, I don't know if it's to the right or the left.
Corruption in the justice system. The justice system itself is corruption. Check this out. Hold on, it's messing up.
Reach out to anybody who can help me, y'all.
You hear me?
Help my own family. Appreciate y'all. Go.
Nigga, we ain't forgot Draws. I got you, bro. One thing Draws do, he said, hey, hear you over there fucking these people case up, huh? You know what I'm saying? You exposing all their lies, huh? Yeah, keep going at it. Keep on exposing their motherfucking lies. Keep on exposing how they doing and trying to break the brother. Let's go. They mad about the mismanagement.
Just got to Miami.
Whack did this whole shit. try to get in front of the allegation he put on Big U, because in all reality, he should be right there next to Big U. Yeah.
Oh, shit. It's that Miami vibe on there. Y'all see?
Okay, Juvie.
It's that Miami vibe.
Got that $20 cash out from Drew V. Salute, bro. Appreciate everything. Give it to the Damo Keyway Conversations. Appreciate it, man. Make sure you send that email too, though. Let me fix this. I'll get back to the chat after, because messing up. Listen what he talking about.
It's that Miami vibe, baby. I'm only in town for a night. That's how they treat their guests around here. You dig? Can't even get out the door. And 26 floor on this thing. You did? Miami Beach just because we jump off. You did? Let's say Dad Henley. Y'all see that? You think they made this thing big enough for me to fit in there? Yeah. Oh, yeah. You know what I'm saying? When you're sitting there, you know what I mean? Just for the guests. I ain't got no guests. I'm only in town for a night. Yeah. Again. Again. Yep. Only in town for a night, y'all. Quarter up. You know what I mean? All the time. What we doing? What we doing? Huh? Oh, this that money. It's that money, baby. This that money. It's that money. I can see it when you talk. Even when you walk, it's a home for me. It's like candy. Ah, I can feel it if you feel it too. How that song go?
My nigga, man.
The homie just walked in. Pete!
Yo, what's up? What's up? What they say? Oh, yo, what this about? What's up? They be fucking taking. I tried to give a charge earlier. It was like, oh, we waiting, whatever.
I'm sitting there on live. My nigga Pete just
Yo,
walked
what's up?
in.
You already know what it is. Big you, my big motherfucking brother, man. What's up? No, we outside tonight, man. Birthday party tomorrow.
Yeah, did.
Movie tonight, you know what I'm saying? Fat Joe, DJ Khaled, you know, the whole TS. You know, Big, you gotta be on deck on that all the time.
All the time. We just here chilling, man. We gonna get these massages.
That's what we need. We need
We gonna
to get
go
this
up
on.
tonight. Then we gonna just stay doing it. You did.
Right.
All you gotta do is say something crazy. I'm just gonna hit the block button. You'll see yourself removed.
Right.
Oh, we met at LA Film School. That's right. I hope you're working on it. I got a lot of film projects I'm working on right now. Yeah, we're going up, man. We're going up.
Tonight is lit. Club 11. You already know we outside.
What club we going to?
Club 11.
We're going to Club 11 tonight.
The hottest shit in Miami. Club 11.
Yep. All I do is uplift people, man. I don't worry about this fuck shit, man. Y'all gotta understand, man. People gonna talk. These lanes make money off of using Big U name. You know what I mean? They ain't gonna never pull up.
Facts.
One thing is for certain, right? Everything they say, Big U did it, man. They got me doing so much motherfucking shit. I don't even know what the fuck I don't even know what I'm coming. Then I didn't do it.
You got you in a whole bunch of different places at one time.
At one time. They say, y'all, you know, it's another new one too. I got into it with Fats. Let me give y'all the information on that. I ain't never got into it with Fats. Fats is my long homeboy. Ever in my life, me and Fats ever got into it with nobody. Never.
Ever. You know what I'm saying?
Ever. So you got to figure that one out anyway. So all that shit them fuck niggas telling y'all stupid for listening to any of that shit. But y'all been listening and
Hit that like button.
responding to this fuck shit these niggas been saying for the last, this 6-7 years. Why you gonna stop? No, longer than that. Longer than that. Y'all was accusing me of shit that I ain't even do. And what's funny, I wasn't even in town. So figure that one out. But I ain't gonna address this. We winning. How about that? We winning.
That's a fact.
We ain't losing.
Definitely winning.
We ain't losing. We winning. We doing positive work. You know what I
We got
mean?
the motherfucking juice. Nigga.
Got the juice.
How about that? We can go anywhere, any motherfucking way, all over, anywhere.
We can go anywhere we want to go.
Anywhere we go, we set. Y'all gonna figure that out tonight when we touch that town tonight, man.
Y'all need to get y'all math right too. How y'all say I was jealous of somebody, and then y'all say I was getting $1 million a year? Your math ain't correct, man. I'm getting $1 million a year, and I'm jealous of a motherfucker. Y'all gotta get this shit correct.
Niggas got the game fucked up.
I got the game. I'm getting $1 million a year, but I'm jealous of somebody. I'm hating on somebody. Come on, man. I'm having fun. Let me tell you what I do. I put over, up to now, 1,000 kids, over 1,000 Black men, Hispanic kids, women in college. I've helped and been instrumental in over 12 black boys from South Central LA making it to the NFL. My son being the last one. I ain't finished yet. You know what I mean? I donate. I'm the one, Big U, that all of the first one to ever do 3-day weekends for our neighborhood. And now you see all these dudes doing it with the concert, food giveaway, health and wellness. Better look that up, developing option. That should go all the way back to 2007. I was doing that. So everything you see all these other people laying claim to, that came from me. I'm the first one. So you want to talk about what I did, dude? Let's talk about that. Let's talk about the fact that I have produced men and women who are successful black men, successful Hispanic men. I've done that. You know what I mean? Now you get one of these other lanes to say they've done what I've done to help people. You can't. I don't care who he is, how much money he got. You got young brothers who started schools, did all that. They just not getting to where I've already been doing. I've been doing this 21 years of developing option. 21 years. Ain't nobody. You can't bring a name that did more in their neighborhood than me. I'm the one set the trend. There ain't not one organization. Go on YouTube, you'll see it. I was giving food away a long time ago. Doing scholarships, buying clothes for kids, sending kids to school. Right now, to this day. I wasn't selling nothing. I don't sell nothing in my neighborhood. I give it away.
That's a fact.
Watch that. That's what I'm proud of. But you ain't gonna put that on me, though. You're gonna put the bullshit on me. And I'm gonna keep doing it right. I'm gonna keep helping kids. All my kids play free football.
Facts.
You know what I mean? You ain't got no heart, weirdo. What? When you gonna start working with? I ain't really been on music, man. I ain't been on music in years. I mean, I just help promote and push whatever artist, but you know what I mean? I ain't on music like that though.
We get too much. We get shit more interesting.
Yeah.
Fuck that big part of music shit, man. We working on self shit.
Yeah.
On real shit.
I got a lot of TV and movie projects, you know what I mean, that I'm working on. I find that most satisfying. Nah, man, listen, Nip didn't never go against the game, boy. Don't believe that. Nip was always 100, man. Nip was my loved one. And like a son. You know what I mean?
That's a fact.
And when Nip left this earth, we was coon by coon, fire on fire. We was together. So don't let nobody else tell you no different. Because if it was anything other different than that, I'd be gone. Believe that. It was 100 motherfuckers. He had a letter from the president. I'm gonna say one. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Yeah, man.
Nah, that shit gonna mess up travels.
You gonna look, man. The best selling tool that anybody got is hate and jealousy. You know what I mean? Let's just keep it 100.
Mm-hmm.
Keep 100. You know, just the fact of the matter is, what would I gain by hurting my own son? You know what I mean? What would I gain from that? What was I gonna gain? Y'all eat it like this. Eat it like this. I got nothing to gain. Nothing. You either got to be gaining something to hurt somebody or preventing something to hurt somebody. Y'all stupid. Y'all sound real stupid. Like stupidity.
Now, motherfuckers don't know you. Motherfuckers that be thinking and go with the hype and all that.
Yeah.
That just be motherfuckers that be hating and motherfuckers that don't know you. When you know somebody, you know what I mean? You know the person, you know what I mean? It'd be different stories. But now, you know, everything is social media and all that.
That's what it is. They get on there and say what they want to.
They can say, yeah, exactly. They can
You
say
know
whatever
what
they
they
want.
But
Facts is the facts.
that's
Nipsey was our fucking brother.
yeah.
He was my little man.
We ain't gonna even talk about that no
I
more.
mean, I just want to just let that be known. I know
Yeah.
for a long time.
It's stupid. Like I said, we ain't even gonna address that shit because it's stupid.
Man,
Like,
disrespect,
you really stupid. You really fuck niggas. You know what I mean? Y'all should understand when somebody trying to sell y'all something. The biggest selling name on the West Coast, you gotta say Big U name. You want to sell something, Big U. They want to do something, Big U.
All right, we're gonna leave it right there, man. Yeah, so it's one of those moments, man, where it's like Big U is innocent, right? Until proven guilty. Now, what's gonna happen is, they want so much time for him. I believe if they convict him, it's gonna be some people that's they go mess up them streets. It could be a riot behind that. But if they decide to say, fuck what the judge said, fuck what the jury said, we ride with you no matter what. But so far, see, this is gonna be a time where he gonna see who really got his back. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of niggas say they ride for niggas, but then when they behind the walls, niggas ain't sending no money to go help them. You know what I'm saying? Because right now, he don't eat that type of food, you know what I'm saying, due to his religious practices, right? So he's going to need a lot of money on his books, even though I think you got a cap on how much you can send, but shit, stamps and paper and all that shit, nigga gonna need all that. So let's see if all these real, I'm gonna support Big U supporters. Let's see if y'all go send them some money, man. Y'all go up there and send them some money, go straight to the federal building and put his name in there, Eugene Henley, and bless him. But on that note, y'all like, hype, and subscribe to the channel, man. But also leave a comment. Let me know what y'all think about the Big U situation. How, his rights is being, violated. His constitutional rights is definitely being violated. They're not feeding him properly. They're not giving him his CPAP machine. He got apnea. He can't, his breathing machine, excuse me. And yeah, y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section. I'll see you on the next video. Let's go.
Don't tell you twice. I'm real discreet. The thief in the night. Yeah. If I call you.